And then just to introduce myself, I'm Loredana. I'll be taking you through hopefully a very unique type of yoga. If you're new to yoga, then this would be a great way to expose you to a practice. If you are an avid yogi, this will be definitely a different experience. Welcome everyone. My name is Loredana, and I'll be taking you through a practice of self-awakening yoga. To begin, let's make sure we have some props. We'll need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books, stacks of books, or 2 food cans, or anything that is of equal height. We'll also need a blanket or maybe a pillow, something to pad our knees with. You can also use a sweater. And providing that you've gathered those props, we'll get started. Let's come up to a standing position. Nice and easy, coming to a standing position. As you arrive to the standing position, start to seesaw back and forth, lifting and peeling each foot down into the ground. And really taking this soft seesaw side to side. And notice the texture of the ground below you, or the temperature of the ground below you. Just starting to bring sensation to the feet and awareness of those sensations. Until eventually your body tells you to come to a stop and find a nice comfortable distance of your feet. And whatever comfort feels like to you at this moment. And then gently ground both feet, sinking them into the ground, setting roots. Let's place our left hand just on our heart. Let the weight of the left hand settle here. Likewise, we'll take the right hand and place it just over the abdomen. Both hands weighing softly into the body. Our feet grounding into the earth. Start to notice the bones of the legs stacked over the feet. Notice the bones of the legs stacked over the feet and the pelvic bowl placed on top of these bones. You might notice the weight of the body evenly distributed across each hip socket. And noticing this wonderful sensation of stability. Let the attention come to the abdomen. And in this moment, notice the organization, the neat organization of the organs within our abdomen. Each taking their own unique little space. Each performing their own unique little duty. The sensation and awareness of our breath draws us towards the chest. Notice the feelings of the breath drawing in. The different places that the inhalation goes. And how that varies from the feelings of the exhalation as we let the breath go. Weaving the breath in and then letting it go. Ebb and flow. Notice the shoulders, the length of your neck, and the head stacked on top of the neck. Notice the arms and the hands. And perhaps you've closed your eyes. However, you can feel free to keep them open. See where your inner wisdom is guiding you. Is it guiding you to open your eyes, or is it guiding you to close your eyes? One not being better than the other, just sort of deciding within you what is best for you now. Let's change the position of our hands, eyes open or closed, and just cradle your jawline. Place the thumbs just underneath your jawline and your fingers alongside your face. Let the weight of your face and head fall into the hands, creating a gentle support. Once again, drawing our attention towards our breath. And we'll create an internal mantra. So you'll hear the vibrations and sensations of these words as I say them to you, as well as you say them to yourself. So I encourage you to say this mantra. We'll weave it in with the breath. As you inhale, hear the vibration of I am. As you exhale, feel the vibration of open. Inhale to the vibration of I am. And exhale to the vibration open. One more time, inhale, I am. Exhale, open. And this time we'll inhale to the vibration I am. And exhale to safe. Breathe in, I am. And exhale, safe. Inhale to the vibration I am. And exhale to the vibration loved. Inhale, I am. Exhale, loved. Our last mantra, deep inhale, I am. And exhale, loved. And let's hold this position for a moment, eyes open or closed. Simply just standing in this essence of sensation. Self-awakening yoga is a practice that provokes you to enlist your inner wisdom. And that inner wisdom is what guides you through your practice. There are no rules to follow except Perhaps allowing yourself to be open to the movements and the inquiries. And we'll set an intention for our practice today. And we'll allow all those things within us that are binding and holding or taking control to slowly start to create space to let go. And letting go to your own degree, to the degree that feels safe to you. Release the hands, slowly releasing the arms and the hands. And then come to a standing position. You can lift the legs and reposition the feet and find new sensation below you. A comfortable distance of your feet apart. Determine what that is. And then start to bend into the knees enough that you start to feel like you're almost seated. Feel the weight of your seat coming down and the feet secure below. Place the hands in prayer position below you, fingertips pointing down. Little lifting sensation happen through the heart center. Gaze forward. On your next inhalation, lengthen through the legs and reach the arms out straight. Good, and start to turn your fingertips towards your heart, almost like an arrow pointing towards your heart. Legs straight, and then exhale. Press the palms to peel them away from each other. Keep the middle fingers touching, knees bend. Gaze at those little fingers. Inhale, gazes forward, hands rise, and the legs lengthen. And then exhale, long exhale, dragging your fingers through lush, full clouds. Return back to the start position, knees bent, hands in prayer, angel wings breath. Inhale, lengthen the arms, legs come on up, turn your fingertips in towards you. And then exhale, peeling the palms away, middle fingers touch, knees bend. Inhale, rise to a lengthened body. Exhale, drag those fingers through. Good. Start position. Let's do 2 more on our own. Take your time to ride with the breath. As we come to that last exhalation, standing tall, close the eyes and just notice the change. And this is what we call the moment of inquiry. And that inquiry can happen in the body, in the mind, in the heart, or a combination. Take this moment to just be still and notice the residue of our last movements. On your next inhalation, standing nice and tall. Let's take an inhalation, extend the arms out to the side. Press the heels of your hands out, point the fingertips up to the sky, arms are long. As you exhale, lean forward 90 degrees, turn the palms down. Find an inhalation here as you squeeze your shoulder blades. And then exhale, let the fingertips fall in front of you. Bend your knees. And then bend your knees just a bit more. You can plant your hands down to the mat. And then let your head go. Nod it yes. Maybe no. Perhaps looking to the right or left. The space between. Decide where does the head want to go. Taking any direction or movements. And with the next inhalation, place your hands alongside the feet. Step your right leg back, big step back. Good. Now this is where you might want to use those props I mentioned. I'm going to stack them just to frame my front foot. I have really short arms, so props are helpful for me. You can stack your hands on top of your props, or you might find it comfortable to be without props, your choice. As you come here, lean forward. Notice the toes behind you, and then lean back. So rocking onto that back foot, and seesaw the hip forward and back, back and forward. And exploring this movement and feeling free to introduce any other movements. Maybe your front foot wants to start to peel up, or the heel wants to come up or down. Just sort of feel where you are in this space. Or maybe you want to lean left or right. Leaning in any sort of forward and back motion that makes sense to you or feels like an inquiry you want to explore. Or maybe you want to create circles with your hip. Circles with the hip. Taking it in one direction and maybe the other direction. Where does this hip want to go? Good. And then from here, release the back knee. Uncurl the back toes. Place your hands to stack below or underneath your shoulders. Draw the left leg in. Tabletop position. From tabletop, the ankles come to touch. The knees touch. Slowly release your hips into the heels. Hips into the heels. Lower down to any degree that feels comfortable. Some of you might feel comfortable just being right here. Or perhaps you want the support of stacked fists. You can also release all the way to the mat. Where do you want to go? Noticing the difference between the right leg and the left leg. Right hip, left hip. And then on your next inhalation, slowly rise up back to that tabletop position. Stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers are wide. Curl your toes under. Let the belly drop down, almost creating a curve in the spine. Tailbone is lifted. There's a gaze forward. Good. Inhale from here. And then exhale. Press into the back toes. Lift your knees and let the tailbone take you up. Down dog. Any variation will do here. So if you feel more comfortable to bend your knees, feel free to take that position. As you come here, lower your left heel to any degree and bend your right knee, lifting the foot. Good. Inhale up on your left toes and exhale, release the heel. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Let the synchronicity of the breath guide the movement. And one more time. Inhale to come up. Exhale to lower. And then slowly draw the right knee through and step to the front of your mat. So we're back to the same position on the other side we started with. And simply rock it back and forth. Rocking it back and forth. And as you come back and forth, maybe you want to go left and right. Where does this hip want to go? What does the front foot want to do? Maybe something different in the back foot. Maybe it circles up the hip. Circles of the hip. One direction and then the other. Where does this hip want to go? Good. Now slowly dropping the back knee, uncurling the toes. Walk your hands to the mat, and then draw the left foot back. Good. Both knees touching, both heels touching. Sinking into the heels. Softening down. And taking your time, noticing all the different things that happen as you lower. What actually requires this lowering down motion? How does it feel? Can you sense the changes between the right hip and the left hip? Are they the same? Are they different? Can you lean into the right hip and then into the left hip? What happens when you lean right or left? As your next inhalation arrives, look up. Start to draw yourself forward into a tabletop position. Restacking. Inhale, curl your toes under. Good, exhale. And then inhale, press the belly down, look up. And exhale, lift your tailbone, lengthen into a downward facing dog. Release your right heel down into the mat. Bend your left. Good, inhale up onto the right toes. Exhale and lower. Inhale, rides us up. Exhale, takes us down. Good, last time up. Good, exhale to lower, and now stepping the right leg forward. Place your hands on your props. Step the back leg forward. Bend into your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen the back of your legs. Come to that 90 degrees. Exhale. And then inhale, open the arms, palms facing down, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale. And then inhale, begin to press those heels out. Come all the way back up. Sweep your hands up to the sky. And then exhale, release the hands down into prayer. Standing here, releasing the hands alongside, eyes open or closed. Once again, scanning the body. What's changed? Notice the entire left side of the body. See if you can notice the sensations of the entire right side of the body. What's changed? And these inquiries are one of understanding, looking to understand rather than to judge. What is the inner wisdom telling you? How can the body create a conversation for understanding? On an inhalation, sweep the hands back out to side, press the heels out. Exhale, lower into that 90 degrees, turn your palms down. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades like you're a plane. And then exhale, sweep the hands back down. You can either place them on the block or in front of you. Good. Inhale, bend your knees. Place your hands alongside and walking back into a tabletop position. You can go ahead and move your props out of the way. If you have sensitive knees, you can place the blanket or pillow just underneath your knees, like so. And this is just an option. Also just there if you want the extra added comfort. Now when you're ready, lower to your forearms And stack your hands one on top of the other so that your elbows are pointing out to the side. Release your forehead down. Draw your knees to touch and toes to touch. Turn to look towards your right and drop your hips all the way to the left to the ground, taking your time. Adjust your arms if you need to. Feeling the stretch, the opening sensations along your left side body. Inhale, come back up onto the knees. Center. And then exhale, turn left and drop hips right. Breathe. Inhale and come back up. And one more time on either side. Looking right to drop left. And inhale to come up. Looking left and dropping to the other side. Good. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale to tabletop. Inhale and exhale, come to sit onto the heels. You can continue to keep your knees padded if you need to. Good. Hands on your thighs and just take a moment to notice the side body. Do they feel the same? Perhaps you're noticing how the breath now can expand, not only laterally, but front body and back body, creating 4-part breath. Okay, let's find an inhalation and slide forward into tabletop. Inhale, left leg extends out. Let's lift the leg up. Good. Bend the knee and flex your foot. So you're sort of creating a 90-degree angle with your back leg. Good. Inhale and then exhale. Draw your knee towards your chin or your nose or forehead, whichever. Point your toes. Now inhale and extend, flex the foot. Good, bend. And now draw the knee forward, so we're opening up to the side. Release down and open up to the side. Good. Extend the leg back out, behind. And now draw the toes over and across to the other side. Good. Bend that knee so it drops and joins the other knee. And look over towards the right. Inhale, look forward and look over towards the left. Inhale. Neutral, and then take that leg all the way back out, and exhale, draw it in towards the nose, And exhale, release it down. Other side, extending out with the left leg. Up we go. Good. Flexing, and then point to draw it in. And inhale and extend it out, flex. And then bend the knee, open out to the side. Lower, open up to the side, and then extend. Good. Leaning that leg right over and across the other foot to the other side. Drop the knee. Excellent. Now look over towards the right and then the left. Lowering the hip to whatever degree feels comfortable. Inhale to center, and then extend the leg all the way out, flex the back foot, and then point, draw it in. Release. Okay, let's go to the other side. Now as we move here, I encourage you to find any movements that feel curious to you. So feel free to extend that leg out and create any movements. Maybe you want to circle the leg. Maybe draw it forward and back, side to side, whichever way you want to move that leg. Once you've done a few movements of your own, take the leg, crossing it over to the other side, release the knee down, and then looking left towards your crossed leg, and then looking right to the opposite side. Left, and then right. Left once more time, and then over to the other side. Inhale, we'll take that leg out, any movements. What movements are coming to you? Where does this leg want to go? What does it want to do? And then drawing it in, knee to nose, and release. Other side, extending. Good. Where does this leg want to go? What does it want to do? And it might be different from what you ask the other leg to do. Recognizing the different needs. They may not all be the same, could vary. And then in your own time, lengthening the leg and then crossing it over, dropping the knee, sinking to look right, and then left. Lowering and lifting the hip to whatever degree feels right to you. No wrong way to do this. Excellent. Now taking that leg up, your movements. Where does this leg want to go? Until eventually you draw the knee into the nose and release it down. Come to sit on to the heels, hands on your thighs. Breathe. Notice and be one with the sensations, the changes. heart, mind, and body. What is the interesting, curious conversation that is starting to happen here? As we continue with that conversation, let's come forward again onto our hands tabletop. Walk your knees to center so they touch. Kick your right leg out, almost like a kickstand. And then take the left foot and cross it over top of the calf or ankle. Good, and just looking over to the feet. Now, in an interesting motion, we'll flip to the other side. Lifting up, and then just switching it out. Look over to the feet. Lifting as you inhale and switching it over. And if the coordination takes a little bit of time, take the time you need. Moving only as quickly as you need to. Not feeling like you need to be somewhere or meet a certain expectation. Just simply enjoy the inquiry of changing side to side. Coming once more on each side. And as you come left, inhale to come to neutral. Good. Midline of the body, stacking ankles and knees together. Left crossover right. Come on up. Lower down. Right crosses over left. Come up. And lower down. So finding the switching motion, rising on an inhale, exhale to lower and switch. Inhale to rise. And maybe you want to switch it at the top and lower down. So if it starts to change for you, feel free to break the rules. There are no rules with self-awakening yoga. So if you start feeling like there's rules, feel free to break the rules. Good. Release. Come back onto the heels, arms outstretched. One last child's pose, releasing down. Maybe this time, drag your fingertips through the sand. Imagine you're on a beach, dragging your fingertips through the sand. And you can continue to drag the fingertips through the sand. Or maybe you feel like flipping the palms up and releasing the backs of the hands. And taking a gentle sway side to side, looking out right, looking out left. Choose a variation of stacked fists, and you can simply do the same. Looking out right and looking out left. And simply allowing the hands to find the ground. Tucking your chin in, slowly roll up. Back into a seated upright position. Place your hands to the right side and untuck your legs. Extend your legs out in front of you. Good. Place the palms to face each other. Sitting up, right. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Good. And then walking on your hips and heels, walk to the top of your mat. Or a little bit forward if you're not on a mat. And then walk backwards. And see how far back you can walk. And now, walking forward. Taking the time that it takes to complete the movement. Good, release the hands. Soft bend of the knees, soles of the feet to the mat. Glide your tailbone forward. As you lift the seat slightly, lower yourself to the forearms. Just resting here and looking out to the space between the legs. Inhale and then exhale, let the head fall back. Inhale to look forward. And then exhale, let the head fall back. Inhale to look forward. Now slowly start to lower your torso all the way down. Place your hand on your heart and on your abdomen once again. See if you can allow the upper arms to remain safely on the ground. So if you can't completely reach with your hands to the center, just let the hands go where they go. Extend your right heel all the way out to the side. Let your right foot just splay to the side. Let it fall. And take a moment to notice this right leg opening up like the page of a book. Let's invite the left leg to do the same. Letting the heel come away from the right heel. And now the left leg opens up like the pages of a book. Eyes opened or closed. Imagine you're laying in a bed of sand on the beach, a sunny beach. You hear the rustling waters of the ocean alongside. Notice gravity taking its toll. So much so that you're starting to notice the shape of your body in the sand. The shape of your body forming in the sand. Gravity taking its toll, so much so that you can feel the bones becoming heavier and heavier, heavier through the muscles and tissues of the body. As we surrender to gravity, what more can we give? How much more are we willing to let go? And to whatever degree that is simply enough. Indulge in this safe container that you've created. A unique container one only fitting for you. Knowing that you can bring into this container all that you wish. And likewise, you can omit anything in this container that no longer serves. Take a few moments here to scan your body. Noticing for the sake of understanding and letting go of judgment. As you notice your next inhalation, a soft inhalation. Allow the arms to come up overhead. Reaching the arms out behind you and let the toes come to touch. Point the toes to the front of the room and the fingers towards the back of the room. Reaching nice and long like a rubber band. And then exhale, release your right arm all the way down. The palm faces down towards the mat. The left hand will remain. Inhale and bend your knees. Soles of the feet come to the mat. Good. And exhale, roll to your left side. Use your left arm as a pillow for your head. And the right hand floats in front like a kickstand. Inhale, extend your upper leg, reaching for the top of your mat. Press into your right hand and rise up to a gentle seated position. We'll seal our practice together. Extend your hands out alongside. Soft reach, releasing the fingers down. Lifting your heart center. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up ever so graciously. And then exhale, embracing this practice, drawing it all the way into your heart center. Bow down to self with love, devotion, and honor for your practice. Thumbs come to the space between the eyebrows and remain in prayer position. I encourage you to repeat this message to yourself internally. May I be well. May love always find me as I give love as well. Hands to the center of the chest in prayer. Thank you so much for joining me in this self-awakening practice. It's been my honor to serve you. Let's bow to each other in a gesture of namaste.